say, you too can shop at a food hub today, open until 5 p.m. Right next door to here, literally right next door to here. Thank you.
Awesome, thanks, Tommy. Awesome. So, we do have some time for audience questions. I have 3 of them right now. So we're gonna do these questions here. Same rules apply. Chris has 3 minutes to respond to them. But if you have other questions, please give us postcards. And if while Chris is answering, you have questions, postcards, please give them to Camus. Can you raise your hand?
Yeah.
Give them to Camus or Katie. Raise your hand. Or Ava. Raise your hand. And they will collect them and get them into my hands.
You want questions, not statements.
I would like questions, not statements, please. Thank you, Hugh. And the reason this mic is doing the thing again. Can I say the other mic?
I think this one's got.
Oh, Chris has it. Never mind. Chris, can I borrow your mic for a second? We'll play trades. Thanks. So we want to do this because we want to. We're gonna have the same problem. We want to do this because we want to see. We want to get through as many of these questions as we can.
Try that.
Does that work better?
I don't know. We'll see.
Killer. All right, we're gonna figure this out, friends. So we're gonna try to get through as many of these questions as we can in the time that we have. So I'm gonna.
These 3 are all related to like
Beautiful.
manure and water. Do you just like read them all? I don't know how you want me to organize these.
You're good.
Okay.
You're good.
Those are all very related.
Okay, great. So we are going to try to, for the sake of timing, getting through as many as we can. If we find questions that are like, oh, pretty related, we're going to group them together and kind of ask. But like we said, for as long as Chris is able to hang out, if you want some clarification, please feel free. So I think you were kind of talking a bit about this, Chris, but when it comes to pollution and specifically like the manure, the liquid manure that is being put on fields and happens to then be runoff that runs into our water, how specifically do we get Clean Ag to be the folks who are cleaning up our water and the messes that they make instead of taxpayers doing it?
So again, the system that we have didn't happen by accident. It happened through policies that made conditions favorable for these sorts of things, like the big hog CAFOs especially. And so what happened, Terry Branstad is the guy that brought in all these big hog operations. We had a race to the bottom. We took a zoning authority away from the counties, and we failed to regulate the pollution. People that are repeated polluters, we let them keep doing it. We don't fine them very much. And so we have a regulatory capture here by the industry, and we have Terry Branstad to thank for that. And so how do we get it to a different production model, right? All these things keep coming back to that question. How do we get to a different production model? And again, regulate the pollution is one. We need some land reform. I say that a phrase at risk because you sound like a communist when you say it. We have over half our land is owned by people that aren't farming it. That needs to change. We need policy here that incentivizes these absentee landowners to divest themselves of this land. And so how do we do that? Well, we could preferentially regulate pollution from rented land. So what if we said, for example, no fall application of anhydrous on rented land, or cover crops have to be planted on all rented land, something that would raise the cost of the production and put that cost on the burden of the landowner and get them to divest. And so then we get land made available for younger farmers. When we do stuff like this, you have to worry about these big investors swooping in and grabbing up the land. Well, we ought to be able to prevent that. We ought to have policy that enables young farmers to get their hands on that land. And so, again, we need to transition to a different production model. The answer isn't completely regulation. The answer isn't taxation. We need a model that's not going to pollute in the first place, right? We need integrated crop and livestock systems. We need diverse crops on the landscape. We need pasture. We've lost so much of our pasture because of the renewable fuel standard. We need more cattle on pasture. I think it would do the state a big service if we could get rid of some of these hogs, some of these CAFO hogs, and maintain the livestock industry through growth of the cattle industry, especially grass-based cattle operations and cattle eating forage crops.